Optimizing the way you use your content. And this is a very big thing. Very, very big thing. I'm going to elaborate on this a lot. I'm going to speak about this a lot. I'm going to repeat myself a lot. And the reason I say this is because I want you to know and I want you to understand exactly how to do it in the right and efficient manner possible. I like consistency. I like doing everything in the right way. I like simplifying everything down to come out with the best result possible, which saves me a lot of time, saves me a lot of time from wasting it on unwanted things, focusing on the wrong things and doing things that aren't actually going to help me, while actually simplifying it down and just being effective. And effectiveness is very big, and you probably realize this by now, but ultimately, you just want a smooth goal. You want something smooth to run for you, and you want to do it very easily. You want to simplify it in a way that a 5-year-old can understand. So let's get into optimizing the way you use content, because content is where you see those dollar signs. That's what helps you convert, leverage, and transform people and actually get to where you want to be. So let's dig into it of the different types of content, bearing in mind an exception of webinars, emails, etc., all of this type of thing. But let's differentiate it into Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, also known as X, and LinkedIn. And you can obviously see straight off the bat, I've color-coded them. Instagram, YouTube for green, Twitter and LinkedIn for yellow, and then TikTok and Facebook for grey. And I'm going to get straight into from the worst to the best. TikTok and Facebook. The reason I put this as grey is Facebook is only good ultimately for running your ads. And as a 19-year-old, friends vary in ages, and realistically, unless maybe over the age of 30, 45, Facebook isn't really for them. Facebook isn't really something they go to and scroll on. Something they don't really go to and just read or have a look through. It's more of, let me just add some family on it and do this and that. So when you run Facebook, ultimately, it's not really going to get you that result that you're hoping for by running and posting your content on Facebook. TikTok as well. Big stipulation. Back in the day, yes, 100%, very, very good. However, nowadays with TikTok closing in January, I'm seeing a big downfall, a big downward spike, only in the sense of now where you're in this loop of, okay, TikTok isn't going to be working too well, and I'm not sure how I can use it effectively if no one's going to be on it. When it shuts in the US, what you're supposed to do from there. However, I will swap Facebook for Snapchat, as Snapchat Reels are starting to make an impact, but obviously not impacting in the right way possible. Obviously, it will most likely just have some redirection to your Instagram or your YouTube. So moving on to there, Twitter and LinkedIn. Twitter is where you find some of these whales. It is where you find people that are active, posting consistently, and also ultimately having some type of market share in this domain. The reason why I say market share is you normally see some of the big dogs in Twitter where people know these big, but not really seeing these smaller people. And obviously it does reach, there's a lot of people, especially if you're talking America, it's very, very big and useful. LinkedIn, very good. If you're an established business owner, if you're working with someone, it is one of the best things because it is everyone who's working. You find business owners, all of this, and it reaches out to their audience every time they interact. So ultimately, you're just growing. And you're putting out business value towards the right people, because these people are ultimately working, looking for something, always looking for new ideas, and as I said, are focused on their business, or else they wouldn't be there in the first place. You have all different types. You have people that you can apply to your teams, appointment setters, closers, people in the info products, drop shippers, all of these types of businesses, even McDonald's to BlackRock, you have them all on there. So very, very good. But getting on to the big and best ones, focused on Instagram and YouTube. When you go on any of these platforms, you always get redirected to, I've seen them there, let me drop them a follow on Instagram, let me check out their Instagram, let me see their personal branding on Instagram. And Instagram ultimately is one of the biggest used apps because everyone is always going towards it. I post this video, most likely you'll see this, and then you'll check out my Instagram following up after it. You'll see my TikTok, you'll see my Snapchat, you'll see my Twitter, and you'll all find a redirect towards my Instagram. Because ultimately, Instagram is where everyone goes, and that's where you start building your real personal branding. So it is a very vital key. Reels as well. Instagram favors Reels and will boost your algorithm towards the right clients. So Instagram is a very, very big thing. Posting on it and getting your personal branding up there is very, very vital. So with that as well, YouTube, long and short form. Short form falls into Reels as people are always on YouTube and it just helps you spread your awareness. You can trim clips from videos like this and post them on your shorts, ultimately getting you to where you want to be. And YouTube videos are the next biggest thing moving into 2025. You've seen people like Iman Gadzhi, Renzo Guevara, and loads of big creators all shifting their focus and most of their aim towards YouTube. And why YouTube? Why is it such a big thing? I mean, I will give you a real life example as someone who's watching this right now. You're watching this and you're seeing who I am as a person. You're seeing what I'm offering towards you. You're seeing why I am, why I act like I do, and you're seeing the way I present myself, the way I structure my business, the way I present everything. It gives you a really good understanding of who I am, how I offer something, and how I act upon it. For example, which I'm hoping is the case, is let's say you're an agency owner, you're a high ticket coach, and you're probably struggling or you're thinking, how do I scale my business and what do I do to optimize my content? You watch this video through, you think, wow, that's really helpful. I've really enjoyed what I've watched here today and it's helping me in the right way and it's going to help me give a sense of direction moving forward. Now you've got that sense of direction, you think, Leon seems like the person to help me with this. He has a good vibe. I like his energy. I like the way he presents himself and the way he presents the work. So now you've understood this, you're already thinking, all right, all it takes now is I'm just going to drop him a message. So on this note, drop me a message, the words YouTube, if you want to help scale your business. And drop me a follow and a like too. So that's ultimately why YouTube is such a big factor. And obviously the traffic towards it goes towards attention and it goes towards your followers, your clients and your community. 3 very big vital factors when obviously maximizing your content, and realistically with your content, those are the things that you're trying to achieve. And you need to honestly and take time to think and realize, okay, this is how I'm going to be using my attention. I want more followers, I'm building my personal branding. I want more clients, I'm scaling my business. On top of this, I have a community of fans who have like-minded people, like-minded followers, who are all trying to get to somewhere where they want to be. And this is obviously, can also be an option of shifting into another income, of having a low-ticket community, a medium-ticket community, following up with your high-ticket clients. So going on to there, it just takes simple things of understanding the basic funnels of my content is going to go into my traffic, which is going to transform into a funnel, which is going to convert and give me more clients, which is obviously big dollar signs, more money to come in an effective and efficient manner. So digging in, when you look at your content, it goes into what am I doing for my organic content. Then I'm going to boost some of them with ads, some of them with automations, and also put it into my marketing. And when you understand all of this, it goes into, this is why I'm putting out my content. This is my aims with my content. This is how I'm going to provide my content. And this is ultimately what I'm going to do. And taking into mind, going back into it, what platforms am I using to do these things? For my organic content, I'm posting on YouTube and Instagram. For my marketing, I'm going to focus heavy on Twitter and LinkedIn. For my ads and automations, I'm going to focus on Meta and Facebook and Instagram. Then with that traffic, what are you doing with that traffic? Are you just using social media to transform and convert that traffic, or are you using Teams? Teams to help you redirect that traffic and sort them out in the right and effective way possible. Following through with that, then it goes into your funnel. You either want someone to go into your YouTube where they see the value you offered and qualify you as a good fit for them. That landing page, where they see those results, where they get that VSL and get that impression of, okay, I'm going to move on to the next step. A webinar. I know I said an exception for webinars, but I'm just using this as purely as an example because I see this happen a lot. Or you just now have that traffic coming in to tell everyone, guys, I'm doing a live call for everyone explaining everything I want to do. Or once again, funnel it into a community where it can be free or paid, up to you and dependent on what you want to offer. So obviously now you've got all of that, you're funneling all of them into where you want them to go. You have different ways for them to go and look into. Now it just comes into closing and finding the right closers, giving out the right value towards them and something where they can latch on to. The automations and the call to actions. For example, drop me a follow and message me the words YouTube and I will help you get to where you want to be. So ultimately, having all of these different types of options, focusing primarily from your content, always converts into clients one way or another. Whether it's 100 clients, 10 clients, 1 client, you're ultimately converting them in the right and most effective manner. And yes, it's quite a few things to look at, but when you're optimizing it in the right way, this is ultimately where you will gain and ultimately where you will grow from here. So put all of these things into play and put all of these things into factors and use your content in the right way. Figure out what platforms work best for me. What am I trying to gain out of this content? Am I trying to get followers, content, community? And once you understand all of that, then it goes back into the same thing of, okay, with my content, I'm going to focus it into building traffic, which is ultimately going to go through my funnel, which will help me convert them into my clients, which is exactly where I will start growing, making more money and scaling. And realistically, you're probably thinking, why am I stuck? Why am I posting the content? And you need to always check out the analytics, what's happening with them, how it's working, why there's a certain barrier to stopping people moving forward. I've spoken about objections, I've spoken about other things in my other videos, and there's just a whole lot of ways to do it. And realistically as well, you need to be thinking, how can I do it in the right manner? How can I do it in the right way? And in what shape or form should I present it? How is my scripts coming along? How am I being myself? Am I doing it in the right way? Do I have a nice landing page? Do I have a nice personal branding for them to fall back onto? So it's all of these things you need to contemplate and put into the right play and see those results and help you grow from there. When you start growing and scaling, everything will fall into your lap. The funnels will become easier because even then, without no doubt, this is all a funnel of content, of how to funnel your content. So when you understand all of this content, when you start seeing those big hits, you understand, okay, Instagram, I've had 3 viral posts. Well, the exact same 3 posts on TikTok didn't go viral. I'm having the most engagement from my Instagram, so I need to keep on posting a lot of my content, primarily on Instagram. My long form YouTube videos do very well. I'm going to start focusing on my YouTube videos even more. So going back once again, optimizing the way you use your content is understanding exactly what you're using your content for, how you're performing it and providing it, and exactly what works best for you, what works best for your audience, and where will you get the best analytics towards it. So as usual, take all of this into mind. Get your mind clear on, okay, just take a few moments back actually and just think, okay, just off the top of your head, without closing the video or anything, just think, what works best for me? What am I enjoying posting on the best? And by me enjoying the best by posting on, sorry, that didn't really make any sense, but me enjoying posting on Instagram gets me some results, but me posting on YouTube gets me the best results, boom. You now know you need to focus on YouTube and ultimately work towards your goals on YouTube. Just take back and think, what's doing the best? How can I make it the best? What do I need to focus on to make it the best? And primarily, what am I doing with all of my content? And am I wasting time posting on TikTok when I could be putting that time towards Instagram? When you have that sorted out, you will get to your goals and you will get to where you want to be. So on that note, have a lovely day, focus, and I know you can make it.